We on the record in two cases. First case is cause number 325-816. Second case is cause number 326-978. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Charles Stanton Coates Jr. We have Mr. Coates appearing on Zoom, appearing via Zoom with his attorney, Mr. Mel Shellander. Mr. Coates, how are you doing?
Good, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Sherlander, how are you doing?
I'm okay, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Sherlander, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make on Mr. Coates' case?
Yeah, this fellow has a companion felony case that was reset to June 30th. And asked the court to reset this misdemeanor to that same date or after that date, because I suspect the felony is going to be dispositive of this misdemeanor.
Okay, just hold on a minute before you reset from the court coordinator.
You can have June 30th if he likes.
Okay, you want it, we're gonna set it on June 30 with your felony. Mr. Sherlander, this will, I think these are the only two cases that you have today. Is that
Yes,
correct?
sir. Yes, sir.
So you're free to go, you're excused, have a blessed day. And Mr. Coach, you're free to go as well. Stay in contact with your attorney and you have a blessed day as well.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And Mr. Macon. We're on the record in cause number 327748. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Alvin Allen Bullock III. We have Mr. Bullock appearing on via Zoom with his attorney, who is also appearing via Zoom, Mr. James Macon. Mr. Bullock, you can take your mic off of mute. Mr. Bullock, how are you doing?
I'm good.
That's good. Now, Mr. Macon, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine, Your Honor. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. Mr. Macon, do you have an announcement you'd like to make on Mr. Bullock's case?
I do, Your Honor. Just this morning, we received an offer on Mr. Bullock, and I'd like just a short period of time to go over that with him.
Okay, just hold on for your reset from the court coordinator.
What's a short period of time, Mr. Mayor?
Mr. Macon, you kind of breaking up. She asked what was a short period of time?
A month, whenever y'all got a docket I can go to.
30 days? Okay,
I can do
That'll be
6/9. 6/9.
okay.
That's
so-
wonderful.
Okay, reset to June 9th of 2021. Mr. Bullock, please stay in contact with your attorney. This will conclude your case. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too, though.
We're on the record in cause number 327962. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Tiffany Dubois. We have Ms. Dubois appearing via Zoom, and her attorney is Mr. James Macon. Ms. Dubois, how are you doing? You can take your mic off of mute, Ms. Dubois.
Good
How are you?
morning, Judge. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Macon, do you have an announcement you'd like to make on Ms. Dubois' case?
Your Honor, we've received discovery and an offer, and it needs to be set for trial.
Okay, hold on a minute for your trial date.
It's going to be September 27th.
Okay, so reset to September 27th for trial. Ms. Dubois, this will conclude your case. Well, your case is set for September 27th for trial. Stay in contact with your attorney. You're free to go and you have a blessed day.
You have a blessed week. Thank you.
Oh, thank you as well. Mr. Macon, I think
That's all I have with you, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
okay, you're free to go and you have a blessed day as well. see, he's not here. This was like that, that's one of them. Okay. Yeah, I see him, but I see, I think he has one. Milton Brown, he's cause number 325-146. Won't you go get Mr. Milton Brown?
Judge, would you hang on 1 second, please?
Your Honor, I'm taking a look at that case, and depending on when I look at it, it might be resolved today. Could we maybe call another one real quick?
Okay, that's fine. Okay. No, Mr. Brown, just have a seat in one of those chairs. They still working on your case. Anthony Weber. Oh, he's, because I think he had, well, okay, he's checked, he gets checked in. Okay, so what we'll do is wait for them to let us know what happened with the felony, so just sit tight for a little while. Okay. All right. Tristan Killian?
President, Your Honor, may we approach?
Yes. Good morning.
Mr. Killian, Your Honor, he's present.
Okay. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325-336. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Tristan Killian. Mr. Killian is present in the courtroom. Are you set for an announcement? Mr. Rafford?
Yes, sir. Your Honor, this is gonna be a plea. We need about 30 days to work out one of the conditions of probation.
Okay,
So can we have a plea in 30 days?
okay, okay, so y'all just need to get together in 30 days to work out something, is that
We have
correct?
one condition of probation regarding a non-contact with the teacher, and that's something that we need to work out and resolve, and it should be resolved in the next 30 days.
Okay,
The state has no objection to that because it is a sensitive case that Mr. Radford and I have been working together on for quite some time. And that is the last piece of the plea that we need to put together, and it needs to be done correctly, Your Honor.
okay, so what we'll do, we'll reset it for 30 days, you
Yes,
said?
sir, that'll be fine.
Okay, just hold on, and get your reset.
Thank you, Judge.
Sorry, I don't have a 30 days. Is 6-9 too long?
No, 6-9.
Or setting? Thank you.
We'll make sure 6-9. 6-9 is fine.
Okay. Okay, we'll reset it to 6-9 and, okay. We'll keep it on the announcement document.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We should have the papers ready on the night.
Okay, we'll revisit the case on 6-9.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Want to excuse, Your Honor?
Yes, you may. Oh. which one is your case, Mr.? Yes, Mr. Bynum, because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 dismissals. We have Denham, Beasley, and Fair.
I've got Beasley, 2 cases on Beasley.
Okay. State has filed dismissals on those cases, and so I'll sign those dismissals, and you'll be able to get a copy in just a few minutes. 28. That's the first one. That's the second one. Could you reach in those 2 copies? Yeah, just give him 1 of each.
We had one other case, Lydia Lewis.
Would you please call Olivia Lewis?
And she's scheduled for pre-trial diversion signing.
Okay. Okay, just have it. Come on in.
Lydia Lewis.
We're on a record in cause number 326552, State of Texas versus Livia Marie Lewis. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Miss Lewis?
I'm fine.
I'm doing fine, thanks for asking. Mr. Bynum, you representing Miss Lewis. How are you doing, Mr. Bynum?
Doing well, thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Bynum, what is your announcement?
Ms. Lewis is scheduled to sign a pre-trial diversion agreement on June 3rd.
On June 3rd?
I believe that's.
Okay, so we need to, Ms. Court Coordinator, could you reset this case second week of June?
Six 16.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 16. You can, I guess, get a copy from the court coordinator. Ms. Lewis, once you get your copy of your reset, you'll be free to go. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And,
I would be excused.
They're
Yes.
printing in my office right now.
Okay, you can go back there. Yeah, you have a blessed day too, Mr. Bynum.
Thank you. You too, Judge. Your Honor, may I go back to Milton Brown's case a minute ago?
Oh, did y'all work up?
We-
Okay, hold on a minute. Let me get the prosecutor.
Well, we're gonna do a 1-week reset and then we're gonna enter a plea next week. That's okay.
Okay, well, I don't have no process. Okay, I have Miss Maxey. Okay, just have Mr. Brown to come on up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325146. Case is style of State of Texas versus Milton Brown Jr. And is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Brown?
Very well, sir.
Okay, that's good. Now, Mr. Brown, you're here represented by Mr. Don Dusler. I don't know, Mr. Dusler, how are you doing?
Fine, thank you, Judge.
Mr. Dusler, you have an announcement for the court?
Yes, sir. We're asking the court to reset the case for 1 week, and we'll be entering into a plea at that time.
Okay, Ms. Court Coordinator, could you give us 1 week reset?
That'll be 5/5.
Okay, that'll be May 5th of 2021.
That is,
And that's, be back on our
Yes.
announcement document.
yes, sir.
Okay, you can get your reset in the back. Once you get your reset, if you have any other?
Is that Mr. Fair?
Okay, yeah, you can get your reset in the back. Once you get your attorney, get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Patrick, none of your clients are here yet?
Well, Your Honor, I have a plea on Jalen Diggles, and I've just,
You turned it in?
I sent the tablet up. I'm not sure.
Oh,
which
if they-
prosecutor has it, Your Honor, so I sent it to the prosecutor.
Okay,
I'm just trying to be patient to see if.
I'm in the process of working on it, Mr. Pageant.
No problem, Ms.
Okay.
Reynolds. That's why I was just sitting patient. I figured. you'd-
Okay. Let's see, we got Mr. Smith. Okay. Call Darrell Washington.
Harold Washington.
No show twice. Okay, this is cause number 320-832, State of Texas versus Darrell Lynn Washington. That's your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing there, Mr. Washington?
I'm fine, thank you.
Could you look and see if we have, in this case, if we have any bond conditions? Sure. Okay, Mr. Washington, you're here, represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith, you have an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. We anticipate that this is going to be a plea. However, I'm waiting on the video discovery just to firm things up.
No.
And so we just need a regular reset in order to get all that completed.
Okay. Let me do this here. Now, I think y'all, could you reach me that blue tablet if you don't mind? Y'all appeared in court before. Is that correct on this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and I think at that date, I'll just do it again. At that time, I informed the prosecution as well as the defense that I knew Mr. Washington. Is that correct?
Yes, we covered that last time, Judge, and there was no problem.
Okay, now we got some prosecutors. Now, Miss, whose case is this? Is it Miss Maxey or?
It's mine, Your Honor.
Okay, now, did you hear that? I know Mr.
Yes, Your Honor, and I think we talked about it in February when we were in court.
Okay, so the state is waiving any conflicts of interest?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. The other thing is, this is a assault family violence case. You have your strip white out. We're back on the record and calls number 320832. Case is filed, the state of Texas versus Darrell Lynn Washington. Mr. Washington, just been handed what is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law number 2. Do you see that?
Okay.
And I'll go over these bond conditions with you. It says, following arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, the defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant body, and that's pursuant to Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, subsection A2 and subsection C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim, Quincetta Washington. Do you understand that condition? And condition number 4 does not apply because that only applies to DWI cases. Your case is not. That copy is your copy.
Okay.
Mr. Washington, and your failure to adhere to these bond conditions may result in your bond being revoked and a warrant being issued for your arrest.
Okay.
All right. Did we get a reset date?
6/9.
Okay, this case is gonna be reset to June 9th of 2021. Mr. Washington, stay in contact with your attorney.
Okay.
Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go. And Mr. Smith, you can get your reset from the court coordinator in our office. Okay. Mr. Washington, I guess you just have a seat in the gallery, one of the chairs that have the white tag on it.
Okay. Thank you.
Michael Lewis. That dismissal that's coming through. That's for Mr. Don Dusler. She has your dismissal on fair. I think the other one may have been dismissed yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, Judge, what case are you referring to?
You're saying which case we're referring to that was dismissed on yesterday? Or are you talking about the case that's before the bench?
The ones that's before the bench.
Oh, this is Donald Lewis, cause number 325374. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325374. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Donald Ray Lewis. Is that your full name? That's not it?
Michael.
Okay, we're on the other, Michael. Oh, it's on the first. Okay, this is this is Michael Lewis. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 322034. This case is styled the state of Texas versus Michael Stephen Lewis. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Lewis?
I'm here.
That's good. Mr. Lewis, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith. Mr. Smith, you have an announcement you'd like to make?
Yes, Sean, we anticipate this case is going to be disposed of without a trial. We're not able to do it today. And we're just asking for a setting in June. There's some family law matters that are pending, and we're trying to get those cases resolved, that case resolved as well.
Okay. Could you check to see if we have any bond conditions in this case as well? Okay. I have it right here. Thank you. Mr. Lewis, the bailiff just handed you a document that is titled Standard Bond Conditions in County Court at Law Number 2. Do you see that document?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will go over this document with you. It says following the arrest and or accusation in County Court at Law Number 2 of Jefferson County, Texas, all bail bonds executed for release of any defendant named herein are ordered subject to the following additional conditions. Number 1, defendant shall commit no offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 2, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs and alcohol at any time as directed by the court. The court may revoke the bond and order the arrest of any defendant who, A, refuses to submit to a test for drugs and alcohol when directed to do so by the court, or B, submit to a test for drugs and alcohol and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in the defendant's body. And that's pursuant to the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure, Article 17.44, subsection A2 and subsection C2. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
Condition number 3, the defendant shall not communicate either directly or indirectly with the alleged victim of the pending offense, and the defendant shall not go near any residence, school, or other location frequented by the alleged victim, Faith Hennigan. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, sir.
And condition number 4 does not apply to you in this case because that only applies in DWI cases,
Yes,
and this is not a DWI case.
correct.
Now, Mr. Lewis, if you fail to adhere to these bond conditions, your bond may be revoked. And if your bond is revoked, you may be arrested and put in jail on violation of this bond condition. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. All right, can I ask you a quick question?
You could probably ask your attorney any questions that you have. All right. Now, could you give us a reset date?
6/9.
Okay, it's going to be reset to June 9th of 2021. Mr. Lewis, get your reset from your attorney. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And,
Thank you, Your Honor.
okay, you're welcome. Mr. Smith, you can get your reset from the court coordinator. And could you call Donald Lewis? Okay, okay. We'll do it after Donald Lewis. We're on the record in cause number 325-374. The case is styled as State of Texas versus Donald Ray Lewis. Mr. Lewis, is that your full name? How you doing, Mr. Lewis? You doing okay? Mr. Lewis, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Bruce Smith. Mr. Smith, you have an announcement you'd like to make in
Yes,
Mr.
sir.
Lewis'
We
case?
anticipate this case is going to be disposed of without a trial. This has to be set in sometime in June. We can get everything.
Okay, you want to reset date in June?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just hold on, the court coordinator will give you a date.
Thank you.
6/9.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to June 9th of 2021. Mr. Lewis, once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Yes.
And okay, Mr. Smith, you can get with the court coordinator for your reset.
Yes, sir. I have one other case on Troy Door or Dore.
Okay, it's Mr. Dorr,
I just called him, before I came in, he didn't answer.
so he hadn't arrived yet. Okay, so we're still in session. We'll see if he shows up.
Your Honor, thank you. I have a felony that I gotta go to the jail to get done.
Okay, you could have, okay, if you want to do that, if he
I mean,
appears,
if-
you can
if
appear on
okay
Zoom.
After I finish that, it's a mental patient,
Oh,
so
okay,
it's
well,
gonna be a difficult plea. Can I check in by Zoom after
Yeah.
I get through?
yeah, you can do that.
Thank you, God.
Okay. Okay,
May I approach the court?
yes. Mr. Dole, okay. Anthony Weber,
Yes, sir.
would you,
His felony has been reset.
okay, where is Mr. Weber?
He's outside the courtroom.
Okay, okay, go get Mr. Weber. Who is the prosecutor? We're on the record in cause number 320656. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Anthony Joseph Weber. Was that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Weber?
Fine, and you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Weber, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Peter Dole. Mr. Dole, how are you doing?
We're fair, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Mr. Dole, do you have an announcement that you would like to make on Mr. Weber's case?
It needs to be reset till at least June 9th or the week thereafter. It's been reset in the criminal district court to that time,
To what date?
to June 9th.
June 9th? You want it set on the same date or a different date?
Well, I would like to have it reset for a week afterwards.
A week after June 9th? Okay.
I don't have an idea.
That will be 6/16.
Okay, your case is gonna be reset to June 16th of 2021. The court coordinator is gonna give you reset. can go in the back and get it. And Mr. Weber, just have a seat. The attorney gonna give you your reset for June 16, 2021. Once you get your reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
You too. May I approach, Your Honor?
Thanks, Judge.
Yeah, okay, yes. Let me see, this one was dismissed. Okay. What case is that?
That's the first on your docket, Cody McCarroll.
Okay, is
He's in jail.
Oh, okay, well, he's in jail then,
He's
okay.
in jail, and my understanding is he has some felony cases that are pending.
Oh, yeah, we'll reset him with his felonies if that's not a problem with
It
you.
is, or.
Or we can do it afterwards.
I would say do it afterwards. I'm not representing on those. Kevin Lane is.
Oh, you talking about on felony? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
But on the case you're representing him on, just get with the court coordinator. Yeah, and reset it. The only reason this was set today was because apparently his felony was set for the day and then they reset it. And so we didn't know that. Okay.
They're doing along with that.
Okay. You can get it reset.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
He's free to go, right, Judge?
Give him his reset, he'll be free to go. Okay, now what let's see what else we have. We have Mr. We're on the record in cause number 324-424. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Jalen Kashawn Diggles. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Diggles?
Fine.
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Diggles, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. James Paget. Mr. Paget, how are you doing?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you as well. Now, Mr. Diggles, the information in this case alleges that on or about May 17 of 2018, while you were in Jefferson County, Texas, that you committed the Class B misdemeanor offense of possession of marijuana. Mr. Diggles, do you understand what you've been charged with?
Yes, sir.
And to this charge, Mr. Diggles, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Now, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
And are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Diggles, I have before me a document that is titled the misdemeanor plea admonishments. Mr. Diggles, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And on page 2 of the same document, Mr. Diggles, are these your initials, JD, on the line next to the box that's checked guilty?
Yes, sir.
And on the next page, third page of this document, Mr. Diggles, is this your signature above the line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
And on the next document, which is a trial court certification of defendant's right of appeal, Mr. Diggles, do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the trial court
I
certification.
do, Your Honor, but we don't have the discovery printed. yet.
Oh, there it is.
Oh,
I just printed it to the courtroom, Mr. Paget.
thank you very much. Can I reach over?
Yes.
Thank you.
Now, Mr. Diggles, I have before me a document that is titled Discovery Certification. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
Is that your signature on the second line that says defendant?
Yes, sir.
Now, Mr. Diggers, prior to signing and initialing these documents, did your attorney go over these documents with you? And did you read and understand everything in these documents?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
State, I have before me state's exhibit number 1. State, you like to offer state's exhibit number 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections to state number 1, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Paget.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, first of all, no objection, state's exhibit number 1, state's exhibit number 1 is admitted.
Yes, Your
Now,
Honor.
Mr. Paget, you have advised and counseled Mr. Diggles. Is there any evidence that he is currently mentally incompetent to stand trial?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Diggles, your attorney, Mr. Paget, has advised and counseled you. Are you satisfied with his representation?
Yes, sir.
Has he provided full, effective, and competent legal representation?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Diggles, I will accept your plea of guilty. I will find that you are mentally competent to stand trial. I will also find that your plea of guilty and waivers were freely and voluntarily given. I will also find that there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. State, do we have a plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. It's for a $500 fine plus court costs and credit for 2 days jail time.
He is paying today, Your Honor, so we will step down and pay the fine court cost, and I'll bring the receipts back up at the appropriate time.
Okay. Now, Mr. Diggles, state is offering that you pay a $500 fine plus court costs, in this case of $337. That comes to a total of $837. You will be given credit for 2 days that you spent in jail toward this fine and court cost. That's $100 per day, so it's going to be reduced by $200. So the total amount that you'll be required to pay is $637. Now, Mr. Diggles, will you be able to pay that amount today?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Diggles, do you understand of the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Do you think the state's offer in your case is fair and just?
Yes, sir.
Yes, speak up.
Yes, sir.
And do you accept the state's offer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Diggles, I'll follow the plea bargain agreement that you've entered into with the state. Mr. Diggles, stand on the X in front of your attorney and follow the directions of the clerk. Once the clerk finishes giving you the directions, your attorney will tell you where you need to go to make the
Thank you, Your
payment.
Honor.
Okay, you're welcome.
I have one more case, Your Honor. Well, one more that's here. Chriselle Lynn.
Get Chriselle. Oh, okay.
It's Miss Maxey's case, Your Honor.
Yes, she's.
I'm going to get your right thumbprint on that blue light. Thank you.
What would you like?
Okay, so this is a copy of the commitment for your record, and this is what we're going to bring to the sheriff's office right now when you go pay. Okay?
We're on a record in cause number 323-608, case of style of state of Texas versus Chriselle Denise Lynn. Is that your full name?
Yes.
How you doing, Miss Lynn?
I'm fine.
That's good. Ms. Lynn, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Paget. Now, Mr. Paget, you would like to keep this case on the trial
Yes, Your Honor,
docket?
it is a guilt instance issue. I have not had an opportunity to speak to Ms. Maxey about this.
Okay,
I wasn't sure whose case it was actually because I was dealing with Ms. Ramos, so. I will get with Ms. Maxey as soon as possible, but our position is the same.
okay. Ms. Smith, could you give us a trial date?
9/27.
Okay, it's gonna be reset to September 27th of 2021. Ms. Lynn, your attorney is gonna get you reset. Once you get your reset from your attorney, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. And Mr.
Thank you for giving us some time because she does travel. quite a
Okay.
bit.
All right, now, Mr. Paget, you can get your reset from the coordinator, and then you'll be free to go as well. And you have a blessed day.
Thank you, Your Honor. My other client is not here right now.
Okay.
Mr. Carrier, Your Honor. I have been reaching out to him, and I'll let the court know as soon as I hear from him.
We're on the record in cause number 326446. The case is style of State of Texas versus Amanda Jo Keenan. Ms. Keenan, you can come forward with your attorney. Oh, we got a couple of people. Is your full name Amanda Jo Keenan?
Yes,
How you doing, Ms. Keenan?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Ms. Keenan, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Peter Dahl.
That's correct.
Mr. Dahl, do you have an announcement that you'd like to make on Ms. Keenan's case?
We'll talk about the situation with Ms. Keenan, and we desire a trial setting.
Okay, you want to reset it for trial? Okay, just hold on a minute. Our court coordinator will give you a trial date.
Okay.
She's gonna-
bring somebody. I'm sorry, Judge, you want a regular reset? 6/9,
It's a trial date.
9/27.
Okay, 9/27? Okay. Mr. Dahl, just go in the back and get your reset date. Mrs. Keenan, just have a seat. Your attorney's gonna get your reset date. Once you get your reset date, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let's see. Let's see, we got Mr. Okay, all of these on. Go get Deborah for Felix. She's at the bottom of the trial docket.
Appreciate you, Judge.
Okay, you're welcome.
Your Honor, I just reached Mr. Carrier, and he is on his way.
That's fine.
So I will make the court aware just as soon as he hits the second floor.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 326404. The case is styled the State of Texas versus Deborah Lynn Ford Felix. Ms. Felix, would you come forward? Is that your full name?
Yes.
Okay, how you doing, Ms. Felix?
I'm good, thank you.
Okay, now, Ms. Felix, your attorney is Mr. Charles McIntosh. He's appearing on Zoom.
Okay.
Mr. McIntosh, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Judge. Thank you.
All right, now, Mr. McIntosh, you like to keep this case on the court's trial docket?
Yes, sir, that's fine. I just spoke with Miss Maxey this week, and she was able to get me an offer. The previous prosecutor, I had not gotten an offer from, so I just got that this week.
Oh,
And
okay.
so I just am requesting time to speak with my client about that. This case may go to trial, it may not, but I need to speak with my client about the offer, and I do have that now, though.
Okay, so how much time do you need?
Just a standard reset's fine with me, Judge.
Okay, that's fine. Just hold on. Our court coordinator will give you a reset date.
Can we put him on the pretrial docket or you want an announcement setting?
Either is fine with me. It doesn't matter to me.
I'm sure, I'm sorry, Hart.
Okay, so you want, let's put it on a pretrial conference docket because it may move, I don't know.
That will
Okay.
be 6/14.
Thank you, Judge.
June 14th, 2021, is your reset date. Your reset will be sent to you. Is this your only case today?
Yes, Judge, it is.
Okay, so you'll be free to go. And you have
If
a
she hangs on, I'll send her a reset. Mr. McIntosh, can you docket your calendar for 6/14?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Thank you.
Thank you.
We want Miss Farb to stay in the court, and we'll give her reset here. Yeah, just have a seat, and you'll get your reset.
That's correct, Judge. I'm sorry.
Okay, once you get your reset, you'll be free to go,
Okay, thank you.
and you'll have a blessed day.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, is that,
Thank you, Judge.
okay, you're welcome. The one of those in the, out there beyond the wall.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're gonna call Ricky Marshall, see if he.
No response, Your Honor.
Okay, that was Mr. Vasquez case. Let's see. Is that Mr.? Yeah. Oh, okay. Why don't you go get Jorge Vasco Gonzalez? Just have him to have a seat to the court coordinator.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Just hold on a minute.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Mr. Burbank client is out there and said he just got off the phone. Burbank was there earlier, but he was told by Mr. Burbank's secretary that he was called away to federal court.
Okay, well, let's, okay. Jorge Gonzalez, would you please come forward? Okay, we're on the record in cause number 325-296. The case is styled, the state of Texas versus Jorge Bo Gonzalez. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Gonzalez, how are you doing?
Fine.
You're doing fine, that's good. Mr. Gonzalez, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. Dustin Galmore, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Galmore, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, Judge. Thank you for asking.
That's good. Mr. Galmore, you have an announcement you'd like to make on Mr. Gonzalez's case?
Yes, Judge, we need one more announcement just to finish going over the discovery and to get with Miss Maxey, the new prosecutor.
Okay. Ms. Smith, can you give us a reset date?
That'll be 6/9. Can you
Okay.
docket your calendar, Mr. Galmore, and I'll give your client a reset?
Thank you. I will do that.
Okay.
Thank
Mr. Gonzalez, just have a seat. The court coordinator will give you a copy of the reset. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And stay in contact with your attorney. And Mr. Galmore, I think this is your only case.
That's my only case, Your Honor. Thank you very much and have a good day.
All right, same to you. You're free to go, and you have a blessed day as well. Let's see. Okay. We don't have none of his clients here. Do we have a Jaramillo? Is it Jesus Jaramillo out there? Or Jaramillo?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. We're on the record in cause number 321891, the state of Texas versus Jesus Jaramillo Jr. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, Mr. Jaramillo?
A little tired from good.
Okay, Mr. Jaramillo, you're represented by attorney Langston Adams, who's appearing via Zoom. Adams, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Judge?
Okay, Mr. Adams, you like to keep Mr. Jaramillo's case on the court's trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Smith, can you get the reset for trial?
I'm sorry, who's this?
He's on the trial docket. Jesus Jaramillo.
9/27, Mr. Adams, will you docket your calendar and I'll give your client a reset?
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Mr. Jaramillo, your case is gonna be continued on our trial docket. Just have a seat. The court coordinator is gonna give you a reset. Once you get the reset, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Have a seat out there in the gallery. One of the tags, white tags on the stage. Okay. Is Kevin Duhon? See if Kevin Duhon. Good morning. Okay, we're on the record in cause number 324384, cause number 324386. All two cases are styled the state of Texas versus Kevin Wayne Duhon. We have Mr. Duhon here in court. Is that your name? And Mr. Duhon, how are you doing? Okay, Mr. Duhon, you're represented by your attorney, Mr. Langston Adams, who is appearing via Zoom. Mr. Adams, do you have this case on the court's trial docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Duhon, could you give us a trial date?
That will be the same date. And could you do me the same, Mr. Adams? And I'll give your client a reset.
No problem.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Duhon, just have a seat. They're gonna give you a reset date for your trial. Once you get your reset date, you'll be free to go and you have a.
Thank you, sir.
This is Miss Maxey's case, Your Honor.
Okay. We on the record in cause number 325976. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Felton Paul Carrier. Mr. Carrier, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Carrier?
All right, sir.
That's good. Mr. Carrier, you're here represented by your attorney, Mr. James Padgett. Mr. Padgett, you have an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor. This case is gonna be dismissed for restitution. I have all the information, so if you would just give us a week or two, he'll have the restitution paid, and I'll bring the receipts up here to the district attorney's office.
Okay. How much time do you need?
I pay it today.
Oh,
Give us a week here.
1 week? Okay.
Okay.
Just to be safe.
Okay.
You can always pay it ahead of time. Give me the receipts and I'll bring it up here.
Okay.
But don't
Miss
get out of.
Smith, could you give us a date?
Yes, if it's gonna be for a week, it's gonna be 5/5. Is that what?
Yes.
It'll be done before then, but I just don't want to have him run.
Nope. I'm sorry. Tell me the defense's last name. I'm sorry.
Carrier, it's on page 3 is Felton Carrier, cause number 325976.
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Carrier, your attorney's gonna get you reset. Once he gets you your reset, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. And you can get with the court coordinator, Mr.
Go right back to
Padgett,
Your Honor. Thank
and
you.
get your reset.
Just have a seat in the back.
Oh, hold on, let me. Oh
Yes, Your Honor.
no, Miss Ramos. I see you had took your mic off of mute. You wanted to say
Yes, Your
something?
Honor. I was just going to let the court know that this is a case that our office is following an offer that was previously given to Mr. Pageant.
Okay.
Good case, Your Honor. And
Okay. Okay, that's fine. You can go get your reset. Let's see, Mr. Kelly. Is Tyler Parker here on the bottom of page 3? Go call Mr. Parker.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oh, good morning. How you doing there, Mr. Kelly?
Good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Hold on. We on the record in cause number 326300. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Tyler Wayne Parker. We have Mr. Parker appearing in court. Mr. Parker, is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, Mr. Parker?
I'm doing fine.
That's good. Mr. Parker, you're here with your attorney. Well, your attorney is appearing via Zoom, Mr. Tom Kelly.
Okay.
And Mr. Kelly, do you have an announcement that you would like to make in Mr. Parker's case?
Judge, I'd like to ask for a standard reset so that I can speak with the prosecutor about this case and complete my discovery and discuss it with Mr. Parker.
Okay. Ms. Smith, could you give us a reset date?
Yes, sir. That'd be 6/9.
Okay, then it's gonna be reset to June 9th, 2021.
Okay.
Mr. Parker, just have a seat in the courtroom. Your attorney, you'll be giving your reset here. Your attorney, Mr. Kelly, your reset will be sent to you. And you have a blessed day. And you excuse Mr. Kelly.
The same to you, Judge, if I may ask, since I don't know if Mr. Parker can hear me, if you'd ask him to call our office when he leaves the courthouse.
Did you hear him?
Call the office.
Yeah, call the office when you leave the courthouse. He heard it.
What office do I call?
Do you have his number? He said call his office.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, just have a seat.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're welcome.
Can I be excused,
Yes.
Your Honor?
Yes, you may be.
Thank you, Your Honor.